All right, quick update on the Pioneer 620. Had a bad crank seal on the clutch side, had to remove it and replace it with a new one. I already did the flywheel side, did a pressure test. It was still leaking down air a little bit. Sprayed soapy water on the clutch side seal and it was bubbling up like crazy, so I knew that was bad. So I already had ordered another one, so I figured I'll pull this old one out today. So I bought a puller for it thinking it would work, and it didn't. It works if the seal is flush with the case. This one was not. It was recessed about 7 or 8 millimeters down in there, so I couldn't fit it down in there to use it, so that kind of sucked. So I had to kind of improvise, did some research online, figured, well, I'll try this screw method. So I was careful, since this was a pretty big area, I thought I could probably use the screw method. So I just kind of tapped a hole there and here and drilled a little small hole, and then got a screw in there and a screw over here. And then I got a block of wood and the rag, so I went to scratch everything all up. And I put the block of wood down there, and I just kind of grabbed the screw and kind of pulled it up. And then I would do the same on the other side, pull it up, and then pull it up over here using these 90-degree needle nose pliers. And it worked. I just had to kind of work my way around and got it out. Didn't damage anything on the crankshaft or in the little recessed area where the seal goes. So there's a little bit of crud that fell down in here. These are shielded bearings, which is good. So there's a little bit of crap fell down in there. So I cleaned it all out with some brake clean and some shop towels. I soaked it all up, got all the black stuff out of there. So now I can rub a towel down in there and nothing comes out. It's nice and clean. And prior to that too, before I pulled the old seal, I had to kind of chamfer the edges here. I think someone maybe went in here, or maybe there's something got damaged here at some point. You can see it's rough. This was already here. It was kind of sticking in here just a little bit. So I got some sandpaper and kind of just rounded this off nice and even again, just on the outer edge. I didn't go too far in there, just so it wouldn't catch the old or the new seal. So I cleaned all that up. Most of it came out with the old seal, but so that looks like it should work now. So I got the new seal over here. So this is the old seal. Here's the new one. So this one is a SKF 6582 for the clutch side, and 6541 was for the flywheel side on this saw. I think it's the same for like the 600, 620, and the 650 series. I think they're all the same from what I know. But this looks like it could have been the original seal. That's pretty thick metal guy. This one's a little bit different. I don't know. I guess that's how they make them now. Should be all right. Looks like it's roughly the same diameter. This is kind of distorted because I pulled it out, so it's kind of jacked up, but that's what the seal, that's what it calls for. So I had to stop today because I don't really have anything to drive this in properly with. I do have some sockets that are pretty big, but either they are too short so they'll hit the crankshaft end, or they're long enough but they're kind of too small in diameter and they're kind of pushing on the inner edge of this. I kind of want to be more on the outer edge driving it in. So I'm going to go up to the hardware store and pick up some PVC pipe and cut a short piece and use that to kind of tap it in, because that won't damage anything if I hit anything, and it should drive that thing down there pretty good. The other concern I have is there's a shoulder area here, not so much here, but right here. So this right here is where the seal needs to go over the crankshaft, and somewhere down there it's got a seal. So you got to go down there a little bit. And the problem is, if you start driving this in there and it catches the shoulder, it could pull this seal up and rip it or something. So what I've seen or heard other guys have done is you can take cut up a beer can or a Coke can or whatever, pop can, and kind of trim it up and have it go over here. So when you put the seal down, it kind of rides over that and expands out slowly until it gets over, then you can pull that out. Or you can use, like, I think a negative film strip if you got any of those laying around still from the old days. I guess that works too, so I might try that. I got both of those in the house. And then if you oil everything up real good, I'm sure, on the crankshaft and on the oil seal or the crank seal, and then put some grease or oil in here and on the outer edge, it should tap in. But I don't want to rip the seal when I do that, so I'm going to get the proper stuff first before I go ape on this thing. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. So the needle nose, 90-degree needle nose pliers saved the day today with a couple screws. Got that thing out, got the new one ready here, cleaned everything up. So I just got to get a couple more things from the hardware store, and then I can start trying to drive that thing in there. And then hopefully when I drive it in there and get it all sealed up, hopefully it holds, and then I don't have any more air leaks. And then I can put this thing back together and get it running again. So, All right, so that's it for today. See ya.